referring to the mom as, they will see you like a disrespectful person. You go collect. Hello everyone and welcome to King J TV. I am happy that you're back, and if you're new here, I am also very happy to have you. Please do well to subscribe to this channel because I will be putting out content that I'm sure you'll be interested in. I'll be putting out content that is entertaining, that is interesting, that is informative. Please, your subscription, your likes and your comments, your support would be of a very big importance to me. Thank you very much. Today I will be talking about culture shock, the strange things that I've found or discovered that has been happening in Germany. I would start first of all with a disclaimer because this video is made specifically or basically for entertainment purposes. So whatever I'll be saying in this video is basically not it's just my personal experiences. These are the things that I've experienced personally in Germany. It is not the definition of anyone. It's not the definition of any body or it's not the definition of Germany. Basically, it's just my personal experience, the things I've experienced personally. So please do not take it to heart. Do not take anything I say here personally, just for entertainment. So ever since I came to Germany, I've discovered a lot of things that are normally not what I'm used to as a Nigerian that has spent all my life in Africa. So I decided I'm going to, put down about just 8 of them and talk about them today. So the first thing I'll be talking about is punctuality. I'm sure anybody that knows about Germany or knows about Germans would know that Germans are actually very, very punctual people. When they tell you they'll be there by 6 o'clock, they'll be there by 5 minutes to 6 or 10 minutes to 6 or even earlier than 6 o'clock. So they are actually very punctual, and this punctuality goes deep into the system such that even the official, like the public transportation and everything is very punctual, like the buses, the trains and everything they're very punctual, except maybe there are some small emergencies or some things happen, then they would not arrive on time. And for example, if a German actually gives you an appointment, or maybe it's official, like an official appointment, or even a private or personal appointment, they expect you to be there at that time that they give you. In fact, if you go for like a job interview or something that is not even official, and you attend, maybe you go, they give you an appointment for like 9 o'clock and you're there like 5 minutes or 10 minutes after 9 o'clock, it might not be so bad, but then you would see the reaction, you would see the the body language they would give you. You would know that this is really not acceptable. They don't condone people that are not punctual. So you should really take note of that, especially if you're planning to move to Germany or you're already like in Germany and you want to leave or stay in Germany for a time or even for the second thing I have on my list is actually Germans don't say sorry. I dare saying that Germany. Anyway, what I mean is, I'm not saying that they don't apologize when they do something wrong. What I mean is that Germans don't expect you to say sorry for something you're not guilty for. This is strange for me coming from Nigeria, because when someone maybe hurts themselves, or when someone gets hurt for something, or something happens to someone that might not necessarily be my fault, as a Nigerian, it's just automatic for me to say sorry. For example, one time, a friend of mine bruised her leg. She bruised her feet. So she was going to, I was there, and then she bruised her feet. She was like, "Ow." Then I suddenly just said sorry. So she was like, Varun, sorry. Varun, then sorry. Like, why am I saying sorry? So I started getting used to the thing. I asked someone, they were like, they don't expect you to say sorry. I mean, you're not guilty of what happened, so you don't have to say sorry for what you're not guilty for. For us in Nigeria, especially for most Nigerians, you would find that this is not normal, because when someone bruises themselves or someone says they are sick, what you tell them is probably get well soon, or you would say, oh, sorry. That's just to show like you empathize with the person, you actually care for the person's well-being and stuff. But here in Germany, it's not like that. Nobody. And for number 3 is hard copies. Germany is a bureaucratic country. Like, Germany is so full of bureaucracy, such that they prefer you writing letters. They prefer writing letters to emails. This is very strange for me, because up to today in Germany, people still receive letters to their post. In Nigeria, it's not like that. Nobody even uses letters anymore. They just use maybe emails to communicate. But here, they use letters. For example, there was a time when I first came to Germany newly, I had problems with setting up my bank account, my online bank account. So as I was trying to set it up, I put in the wrong password. So my account was locked. So I called the customer service representative. I was like, hey, I locked my bank account. I don't know what to do and stuff. This guy literally told me that I have to wait for 4 working days in order to receive my new password by post. That's not something I'm used to in Nigeria. You either receive an email or probably something else, but not receiving your password by post. That is like really weird for me. So I decided that that's when I understood that Germany is really, really bureaucratic. This is just an example. There are so many other things that are really not like what I'm used to. Yeah. The 4th thing on my list is appointment booking. In Germany, like when you are in this country, you have to book appointments for literally everything. I have to book appointment to get a haircut. I have to book appointment to do literally anything, to see the doctor, to go for a tooth check, eye check, cut my hair, wherever you want to go to that is official, you have to book an appointment. In fact, it goes even to personal. You can't go to a friend's house. You can't just visit your friend without actually informing your friend and having like a time set up that you meet. It's strange, because for me, as a Nigerian, I can just simply travel and visit my friend. I can just simply go knock on my friend's door and visit. Here, you can't just go to someone's house and visit unannounced. To them, it's really not normal. So you have to book appointments for everything, basically everything. Number 5, everyone pays for their meal. This is also strange for me, because in Nigeria, for example, when you invite someone for dinner, maybe as a guy, you invite a girl to dinner for lunch, you have to pay for her meal. You have to pay for whatever she's taking because you invited her. That is how it is for us in Nigeria. Here in Germany, when you go out for a date, or you go to a restaurant, or you go to a bar with someone, be it male, female, or whatever, where after the whole thing, the waiter comes and asks you, "Zusammen oder getrennt?" More like, are you paying together or you're paying differently? That is weird, because normally you don't, we expect, for example, if I go out with my friends, my guys in Nigeria, or even anywhere, we don't really have a plan of who should pay for what or who should not pay for what. We just go there expecting that one person is going to pay, and anybody can pay. In fact, sometimes we don't fight for who to pay, So, but here, everybody just shares the bill. You pay for what you eat, It's not always like that, because someone might just say, okay, hey, don't worry, I'm going to pay for everything. But it's expected already that you're going to pay for whatever you take for yourself. So for me, it's strange. It's not a bad thing. I mean, it helps people to manage and know, and understand. You can't consume more than you can afford. But then, for me, it's new, it's strange, and I have nothing against it. But it's just what I noticed in Germany. Number 6 on the list is that people call people by their names in Germany. I know it might not really be what you can relate to. Okay, let me explain it like this. In Germany, in Nigeria, for example, in my country, in Africa, we don't call people by their names, especially when you're talking to an elderly person. Say you go to your friend's house and you want to call the mom, you want to refer to the mom. You don't even mention any name. You just say like, "Good day, ma. Good afternoon, ma. I'm here. I'm going. Thank you, ma." And that's just to show respect. In fact, if you go to your friend's house and you call the mom or the dad by their name, that would be like disrespect. This place, you find people calling people's mom by their names. In fact, you might actually just refer to the person as Z, and the person would say, Z is like a way to show respect. It's like you, formal form of saying you in German. So when you want to show respect here in Germany, you use Z. But you could just say Z to the person, and the person would say, no, call me Natalie, or call me Julia, or call me James. That's like, I think it's being polite, and I think it makes relationship or friendship flow better. You can go to your friend's house here and you call your friend, or you can call your friend's mom or your friend's dad, Mr. James, Mrs. James, or Herr James or Frau James. You can refer to them by their surname by saying Herr or Frau, which is more like Mr. James or Mrs. James. You don't say that. You can't even say Mrs. James referring to your mom's, your friend's mom in Nigeria. You can't say that. It's not really respectful, to just imagine going to your friend's house and referring to the mom as, they will see you like a disrespectful person. You go collect. I'm joking. The 7th thing on my list is people randomly speaking English to you just because they understand or they see that you are a foreigner. For example, when I go to a place where I don't know before, or a place where I'm not known, basically, and someone sees me and wants to say something, or wants to ask something, or wants to start a conversation, the person basically just starts speaking English automatically to me. This does not happen all the time, but the person just automatically starts speaking English to me because they assume you are a foreigner, so you don't understand German. So they speak. I think this is just them being polite or trying to make sure that the conversation goes smoothly. But there's a possibility that I don't speak English. So the person automatically starts speaking English to me, not asking me if I understand English or not. So I find this a little bit weird because I prefer to speak in German. I mean, it helps me to speak better. It helps me to understand and learn more. So when someone starts speaking English to me suddenly from nowhere, I just decide to continue with German language because this is the language, this is official language, this is the official language here in Germany. And this is the language I would like to learn more. So because of that, I just stay with the German language. It might not be everybody's experience, but this is my experience and it's personal. It's my personal experience. So yeah. The last thing on my list is the beer culture. Okay, let me start with this experience, right? So in the mornings when I'm going out for maybe going to work in the morning, especially in summer like this, I discover there are like people on the streets, like young people on the street sitting by the roadside having beer in the morning as early as like 8 o'clock, having beer. you know, they will have like small plates in front of them, and people will be passing and dropping maybe donations for them in the small plates, but then they'll be having beer and having fun. You know, for us in Nigeria, it's a little bit weird because you can't find people taking alcohol in the morning, especially maybe, unless maybe privately in their house. If you find people taking alcohol early in the morning in Nigeria, people, it's a general, you know, it's a general, like people see you to be like maybe you're either jobless or you're probably not not a respected person in the society. In fact, it is even like places like the United States, for example, it's even illegal to actually drink in the public. You know, so it's a little bit strange for me, and I find it new. I find it like a culture shock, and that is all for all the culture shock. I'm probably going to make more videos because there are a lot of things. I just decided to put together these 8 things that shocks or are strange to me in Germany. I hope this video does not offend anybody. Remember that this video is made for entertainment purposes, and these are just my personal experiences, so please don't take it personal. No go reason am too much. Sure you get, just take it the way it is. Thank you, bye bye, and cheers.
Thank God that the brothers on the rise now. Endless